So here we have Pelota, who we're calling Biscuit because he looks like a biscuit and he loves biscuits and he's adorable and the name suits him perfectly. So Biscuit is a 15 3-hand, 7-year-old thoroughbred gelding by First Samurai, which is a Giant's Causeway line. And Biscuit has been off the track since June of 2023 was his last start. He had 21 career starts. He made $97,000 and he's been off the track for a year and a half now. And so when he finished racing, his connections just took him home to the family farm where he's been hanging out since. And he's basically been ridden by kids, English and Western, for the last year and a half, not with any sort of intensity or in any sort of a program, just like a family backyard type horse situation. Trail riding, riding in fields, very loosely structured kid time, basically, which is awesome because he is just so incredibly well natured and easygoing. It's so cool to have a horse in the barn who has literally been ridden, like, not by big kids, by small kids. He is that type of easygoing, just such a kind spirited horse. So he's been here for about a week and he needed the full spa works. He needed absolutely everything. The main thing was that he had really bad scratches. He's had a really thick winter coat, which is fine, but really bad scratches on his hind end. Probably the worst I've ever seen, to be honest. So it took 4 baths, 3 days, and 2 clipper blades to get him clipped, and it was quite an event. I have spent an unbelievable amount of time with this horse in the last week that he's been here. So I feel like I already know him really, really well because we spent so much time together with all the clipping and the bathing and his teeth have been done and his feet have been done and everything's been done. He's been dewormed, so he's like a whole brand new horse since he got here. And I have to say that for the clipping, he never needed any dorm. And usually I give them dorm just because most of these thoroughbreds are perfectly fine with clippers, but you give them a little bit of dorm and it just makes them stand really still. So I can do, a trace clip in 20 minutes versus 40 minutes if they're just being regular horses and they're interested in what you're doing, they're moving around a little bit. So the dorm just speeds it up. But he just literally stood like a statue for, I'm not kidding you, probably 6 or 7 total hours of clipping. And not easy clipping, because if you've ever dealt with trying to clip through scratches before, it's really, really painful. And at one point, I literally took scissors and I was cutting the scabs, the big chunks of scabs off with scissors because it was too much for the clipper blades to try and get through. And he just tolerated all of this like with a smile on his face. It was absolutely ridiculous how good he was for that. So I already knew I was a huge fan of this horse before I ever sat on his back because I don't think I've ever had a horse who would tolerate that sort of thing before. So anyway, he's a brand new horse since he got here, and I wanted to ride him a couple of days ago, but we got snow and it's been just unbelievably cold. So it snowed a few days ago. Today the ring is finally sandy enough that it was safe to ride. And so I just took him out here. He'd not even been out to the ring yet. And I just got on. And as advertised, as you would think from a horse who's been ridden around by kids for the last year and a half, he was just like a perfect little prince. He actually really reminds me of a Bernstein bear because, like, straight out of a kid's book, because he just has this adorable, large pony like look to him. And he was just as kind as could be. So he's actually a really cute little mover. He's got a lovely little trot. He's got a great balanced canter. He's obviously not fit at all. So he didn't really want to canter for a long period of time. So I think I got like a lap and a half to the left and I got like 3/4 of a lap to the right, which of course we did the right canter last. So he was most tired by the time we got to the right canter. But he really likes just walking quietly on the buckle. I think that would be the gait he would choose if he got to choose. But just as kind and simple a horse as you could possibly want. He's actually really soft in his mouth, which is awesome. He doesn't understand anything yet about the connection or coming round or anything like that. But the mouth is very soft, which is awesome. And obviously he's not inverted. He doesn't have any sort of negative connotations about the connection. He just doesn't know any more than what he's showing here right now. But actually goes around like a really cute little hunter pony, and I think he's quite perfect. So we'll work on it, but I just don't think it's that big of a deal yet that he's not going around round, because I actually think that for the type of horse that he is and the type of rider that's going to want a horse like this, it's more important actually that he'll go around casually with the loop in the rein than it is that he'll go around collected up, because this is going to be, he would love to go be somebody's family horse again, trail riding. I could see him doing lower level anything, but I mean, obviously this is not going to be an upper level horse. He doesn't want to do that. That's not his jam. He's going to do probably a lower level, little bit of anything that you wanted to do. And he'll do it with a smile on his face. And all he'll want in return is like 10 pounds of peppermints and cookies. And that's not too much to ask, because the horse is an absolute unicorn. So I'm a huge fan. I absolutely love him. Billy loves him too. And I'm just happy to have him. And I'm happy that we've got him all cleaned up. He looks like $1,000,000. He feels awesome. Just a great little horse.